Borders usually define countries, cultures, and sovereignty, but not all of them make sense. Some are bizarre, funny, or the result of ancient disputes, colonial quirks, or even plain mistakes. Today we're exploring the history and fun facts behind the world's strangest borders, and they might just blow your mind. 1. Baarle-Hertog and Baarle-Nassau, Belgium and Netherlands. These two towns look like a puzzle. Baarle is full of Belgian enclaves inside the Netherlands, and within those are Dutch enclaves inside Belgian ones. It's all due to medieval land treaties and property swaps between nobles. And now there are houses that literally sit in two countries at once. Want a cup of coffee in Belgium and a slice of cake in the Netherlands? Just switch tables. 2. Diomede Islands, USA and Russia. Little Diomede belongs to the US, Big Diomede to Russia, and they're only 2.4 miles apart. But because the international dateline runs between them, they're almost a day apart. You can literally see tomorrow from the US island. During the Cold War, these two close islands symbolized how near, and yet how far, east and west really were. 3. Mount Everest, Nepal and China. Mount Everest straddles two countries, Nepal and China, but each side has very different regulations and tourism approaches. Climbers choose one based on cost, risk and red tape. Also, the summit, despite being a shared point, has been the subject of border disagreements, even over who gets to set up camp where. 4. Derby Line, Vermont, USA and Canada. This American town and its Canadian neighbor Stansted share more than just a border. They also share a library and opera house, with the border running right through the building. In the Haskell Free Library, the entrance is in the US, but the books are in Canada. One step, and you've crossed a national line. 5. Bir Tawil, Egypt and Sudan. This 2,000 square kilometer patch of land between Egypt and Sudan is claimed by no one. Due to conflicting border claims over the nearby Halaib Triangle, neither country wants Bir Tawil, making it one of the only unclaimed pieces of habitable land on Earth. Some have even tried declaring it their own kingdom. 6. The Cow Fence, India and Bangladesh. India and Bangladesh's border is one of the longest and most fortified in the world, and it even runs through people's homes and fields. In some areas, residents must check in with guards to milk their cows because they cross international lines to graze. 7. Point Roberts, Washington, USA. To drive to Point Roberts from the US, you have to pass through Canada, then enter the US again, even though it's technically part of Washington state. It's a geographic accident caused by the US-Canada border following the 49th parallel. Residents need a passport just to do errands. 8. Vatican City, inside Rome, Italy. At just 0.2 square miles, Vatican City is the smallest country in the world, completely surrounded by Italy. It's a sovereign nation, with its own post office, newspaper and ATMs that operate in Latin. It was officially created by the Lateran Treaty of 1929 after centuries of tension between the papacy and the Italian state. 9. The Gambia, surrounded by Senegal. The Gambia is almost entirely surrounded by Senegal, except for a small Atlantic coastline. This odd shape stems from British colonial interest in the Gambia River, which they controlled for trade. France took everything else. It's one of the most oddly shaped countries on Earth, a finger poking into a hand. 10. The Korean DMZ, North and South Korea. The Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, is one of the most tense borders in the world. It's 160 miles long and 2.5 miles wide, technically a ceasefire line, not a peace treaty. Ironically, it has become an accidental wildlife sanctuary because humans are not allowed inside. Borders aren't just lines on a map, they're stories, histories, and sometimes hilarious errors. From libraries in two countries to islands in different days, the world's strangest borders show us how complex and curious geography really is. Love global trivia, quirky facts, and the secret stories maps never tell you? Hit like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend who loves weird geography.